I am not doing that again. But it's not just for that defendant. It's for other defendants in that same area, same industry. When they're thinking about doing something wrong, they go, wait a minute, do you remember 2 years ago, our competitor did that in Alabama, and they got popped for, again, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million in punitive damage. We don't want any part of that in Alabama. That's the purpose of this. So to punish somebody for doing very, very bad conduct and to deter the defendant and other similar companies from doing that. And what's the kind of beneath all of this, what's the point? It's to make the community safe. It's to say companies are out there just doing crazy stuff, harming people, whether it's financially, physically. We want to discourage them from doing that because we want the community to be safe. We want, in Alabama, and other states want this too, but I'm just talking about in Alabama, we want in Alabama for companies to not be lying, not be cheating, not injure us or maim us or wrongfully kill us. Okay? We want the community to be a place where we raise our family, we can go to school, go to work, worship, whatever we want to do, and be safe when we do that. That's the point of punitive damages. So you'll see all this kind of tort reform stuff, and people go, oh, it's terrible, punitive damages, and just greedy plaintiffs and greedy lawyers. Well, it's money, and that money has to go somewhere. So yes, it does go to the person that was injured. It does go to their attorney. But what's the point of it? It's so that when these companies are doing these calculations, they go, oh yeah, that's not good. You may remember the Ford Pinto case years and years, decades ago, where Ford knew they had a problem. And things are blowing up and people are being killed and burned up. And Ford says, well, we could fix it, but it's going to cost this much. But if we don't fix it, there'll be all these people burned to death and horribly maimed for life. And we'll get sued a bunch, but it'll only be, well, hey, that's cheaper. Well, punitive damages say, I tell you what, we're going to throw your calculations all out of whack here so that you will never, ever do that again. That's the point of it. So punitive damage is very powerful. They are very rare. But when they're appropriate, very powerful to keep our state safe. So I hope that this is helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, 205-879-2447.
Punitive damages are damages that are designed to punish a defendant who's a bad actor. It's designed to punish and deter. Those are the key words you want to remember. Punish a bad actor and deter them from future conduct. Now, it could be an individual, it could be a company, you could be suing officers and directors, but you're trying to send a message that this should never ever happen again. Punitive damages is the way to award and compensate for that. They're concealing the truth. Things like that could be sufficient to get you punitive damages and intending to cause harm. So you're having these false statements or material omissions that were intended to cause harm. Is to show, to allege, and to show and prove malice by the defendant or defendants. What is malice? Malice is an intent to cause injury. This is malicious, okay? This is somebody who's just being malicious. As it says here, despicable acts of a defendant. What is despicable? Things that are despised by reasonable people. What's a reasonable person? Tell it to the jury. Hopefully they agree with you. So, despicable acts of a defendant, despised by reasonable people. And malice, willing and knowing disregard of the rights or safety of another. So despicable acts, knowing and willful disregards of the rights or the safety of another. Okay, so lots of things can be malicious. You know, things that are extreme and outrageous, things where you just go, holy cow, who would do that to another person? That's malicious. That's what you're looking for. Now, the final way, number 3 here, actually it's number 2 on my chart, but is oppression. Oppression, what is that? It's, again, despicable conduct of a defendant which causes cruel and unjust hardship in knowing disregard of the rights of others. So that may seem similar to malice, it may seem malicious. As you know the word oppressing, you're oppressing somebody, you're just squashing them and turning them into not even a human being anymore and causing cruel and unjust hardship. Okay, so that's a quick and dirty overview.
But I bet you didn't think that they would come crashing down. No, you don't have to say what you did. I already know. I found out what. Don't act like you don't know.